What's up sa ating mga ka-bro dyan? Ready to check po muna tayo. Tingnan natin ang audio natin. What's up guys? What's up sa ating... Ayun o, let's go. Kamusta kayo dyan? How are you guys? Ito po muna o. Alisin muna tayo sa... Let's go na. Yung... oh, shoot. Hindi na yung ano.
Bluetooth Gold is a staple in my house.
Start natin yan guys. What's up guys? Kamusta po kayo dyan? How are you guys? You know. Bakit nawa ko na yung ano? There we go. Have to be good. Sabay tayo yaman. Kamusta kayo guys? Yan, magandang umagahan po dyan. Kung saan mga kayo sulok ng mundo. What's up? You know what I got?
Looking good in shape, make them booty shake, hindi to bake. Check sa IG, check sa TikTok, dito fake. Na makapantay sa aking inakit. Sa feeling kong alam niyan siya'y laging safe. Ngayon i-press ko parang bagong repair. The artist on the mix, a party feel legit. Tingnan ang pagbalik, kalma na di galit. Tama na ang pag-ibig.
Ayun, what's up sa mga kabrabo dyan? Kamusta po kayo dyan? Ako, nasan ma kayo nasunok ng mundo dyan, guys? How are you guys? Ito po, pakinggan po natin to guys, ang share screen. Ito guys, pakinggan natin itong sasabihin dito sa page ni Sneeko guys. What's up sa mga kabrabo dyan? Kumusta kayo dyan? Magandang umagahan, hapunan. Kasama kayong sulok ng mundo dyan. What's up guys? Ito, pakinggan natin ang sinabi nga ni Professor dyan, fame is a curse. Is fame a curse, guys? Pero gano'n pa man guys. Tingnan natin yan. I-share muna natin guys bago pa man yan. Let's see. Tatanungan naman na, is fame a curse? Pateka, hindi natin alam yan. Check out natin yan. Ano bang sasabihin dito ni Dr. Jing? Pateka. Salute sa ating mga kabrobo dyan. Magandang umagahan, hapunan. Kusama kayong sulok ng mundo, guys. At, pakinggan natin ito.
Just saying that you were thinking about stepping back. I saw you posted something on Substack. Has it been overwhelming? So you've had a major rise, I think, obviously because you got so much of this right. But personally, how are things for you? I was gonna reach out and email you, but I didn't. Maybe I should have.
Right. Yeah. So March was really hard because when the war started February 28th, I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks because I was so anxious and afraid. You know, I have 3 kids. I'm just worried
You know, he was so anxious and afraid. Sa kanya nga ako, nagpapasalamat nga pala kami sa nasa ang aming mga anak kaya nakatapos na. At talagang bininiyayaan po tayo ng perseverance ng ating nasa taas niya. Kaya magandang maghapon sa iyo. Pakinggan po natin ito. Ito nga pala po ay credited sa page ni Nico. Salud sa ating kabro-bro dyan na si Nico. At you know, I mean, we are just making a reaction sa kanyang page dito, guys. At pakinggan po natin ang sinasabi nga dito ni the Professor Dr. Jane. Is fame is a curse?
about the world that they will inherit. And I was just following the news for 2 weeks straight, and my mind was like a beehive. And there were also some attacks against me. There was clearly a smear campaign that was coordinated because certain influencers were using the same talking points and using the same. It seemed as though they got the same memo, basically. But I really didn't mind that. I was more concerned about like where this war might go and where this might lead. It was making me very anxious. And then a lot of people reached out. And I was overwhelmed with media requests, and I had to turn a lot down just because I had just so many commitments. I wanted to like maintain teaching my class, and I reached a point where I actually don't want to do this. I don't want to be the center of a storm. I don't want to be the center of attention. Like what I specialize in is doing deep analysis and trying to tie current events to historical patterns and try to offer some insight and clarity as to how the future might reveal itself. And that's something I've been doing for the past 2 years. It's something I really enjoy doing. And in the beginning, when I only had 20,000 fans, it was really rewarding. It was very edifying. Everyone was really happy to have found me. It seemed as though it was a really small club, and everyone enjoyed being in it. But then, as you know, this past year, I became more and more prominent. And then in March, I just sort of blew up everywhere. And that put
Yeah, guys, minsan talagang the moment na na-reach mo yung certain knowledge, talagang bro, hindi mo maiiwasan na talaga, guys. Pero i-explain niya dito na, yung emosyon niya
me in the eye of the storm. And I asked myself, the question I asked myself is, am I capable of still doing insightful analysis while being a celebrity of some sorts? And if the answer is no, then I should stop being a celebrity and continue doing research and teaching, because that's my.
There we go. There we go. Parang mahirap yata nga talaga kasi pagsama being a celebrity and what was the word you used? Psychoanalysis. Salud sa ating mga kabrobo dyan. Magandang umagahan, magandang hapunan dyan. Pinakikinggan po natin itong, salud sa page ni Nico na, I mean, he's giving us a chance to, para mapakinig ang mga ganitong klaseng talino, guys. At itinuturo nila.
Value to the world. That's what I should focus on. And so I was seriously considering just not doing YouTube and taking some time off and just trying to clear my head and trying to get some perspective on what's going on, because I don't want to be influenced by this attention. I don't want to be a player in this game, right? But as things moved on, I recognized that the internet, it has no attention span. And eventually people just shift focus. And so, and I was able to manage my schedule more properly. So my plan now is I want to continue teaching until the end of the semester when my contract runs out. And then I want to do more traveling to see more of the world and hopefully do some lectures because I talk a lot about geopolitics, but I think it's very important to experience the world. So I've been invited back to a conference in Moscow in late June, and I'm really excited about that because I've never been to Russia, even though I talk a lot about Russia. I would love to visit Japan at some point because I've never actually visited Japan. I would like to go.
Japan is nice, guys. Japan is nice. Well, I mean, if we're talking about food, I feel like California is still our chef in California is the bomb. Oh, we got the best food in Cali. Yeah.
Go to Europe, and I would like to go back to the United States, visit South America. Anxious, pretty depressed with the state of affairs, and I felt that for my mental health and for the sake of my family, I should take some time off. But fortunately, I've been able to manage a lot of stress more effectively, and so I like to continue doing what I'm doing, but at a much more manageable schedule. Media appearance.
Let's just share this screen incident, guys. There we go. Mukhang mabagal yung sinasabi ni Dr. Jingdong, guys. But let's go.
Media is hating on Jewish people and blaming Jews.
Yeah, I was just banned everywhere. I'm still banned on Instagram, which is controlled by Zionists. I'm banned on TikTok, is now controlled by Ellison. To try to insinuate that the media is overwhelmingly controlled by the wrong people is false. It's controlled by the same people committing the genocide, clearly. It's not this overwhelming people that are pushing anti-Semitic narratives. People like me get banned everywhere. There's an overrepresentation of Jewish Zionists in control of media, of government, and of finance.
What about the Holocaust? Going back to that, like,
What about the Holocaust?
all of
I'm not sure how young American men will respond to the draft. I think it's going to be a dumpster fire. People forget this. One of the major reasons why Americans lost the Vietnam War is an issue called fragging. American soldiers will kill the commanding officer if they feel the commanding officers are going to put them at risk. And this is a huge problem in Vietnam.
That's the word, guys, they call fragging. It's pretty much, it's a self-sabotage, right? Like, for example, kung sailor ka daw, bro, para bang gagawin nila lahat to mapabagsak yung kanilang para hindi makarating, para hindi sila ma-deploy. That's all the word that they use now. They call it a fragging.
And it might be a problem in the Middle East as well. There are rumors that sailors are sabotaging their own ships to avoid being deployed in the Middle East. If they are sent to war, these.
Pero nangyari nga raw ito, guys, ito raw ang big problem during the Vietnam War. Kaya nga natalo ang Amerika sa Vietnam. Salute kay Snake,
soldiers are going to have very low morale, and you'll see some of them engage in acts of sabotage.
The irony of within 80 years, you saw the way Germany was in the past, and now look, they're going to send their young men who were once literally the opposition to Israel, now dying for them. It shows just how powerful this empire became.
I'm not sure how young.
What is unethical about Israel?
Where do I begin? They're terrorists, honestly, in broad day, and they're governed terrorists, so we kind of just allow it to happen. We let them control us. Recently, I've been making this joke with my friends. It's called the United States of Israel, not the United States of America, because America doesn't really exist anymore.
We're an Israeli colony at this point. We give them billions and trillions of dollars. We give them troops. We give them support, owned completely. All our politicians serve them, but they don't really seem to give us anything.
Exactly, they don't.
What is unethical about Israel? Do you support the war in Iran?
No.
For what reason? Why not?
Next question.
Is Israel our greatest ally?
No. I'm half Palestinian.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you Muslim?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, Jumar Mubarak. Why do you think Americans care more about Harambe than they do about children starving in Gaza?
It's more comfortable to be like, oh, poor dogs, than to be like, oh, there's a genocide happening and we're funding that.
Do you support? What is the truth about what's going on?
I know that they're questioning Israel and maybe the control they have over our government.
What do you mean maybe? You don't think it's definitive?
Allegedly. I don't want to get sued, guys. I'm not anti-Semitic.
So who's at the top of the pyramid? Who controls?
The Jews. No, just kidding. JK. I don't know. I don't.
What is the?
I think you're conflating Jews I think you're conflating Jews, American Jews, with the actions of not Israel, but the actions of the government of Israel, which is Netanyahu.
It's bigger than just Netanyahu. I don't want to see people just put the blame on him. It's Israel as a society. It's not all Jews. It's Israel and this society. They are the ones committing a genocide. It's not just Netanyahu. The whole place is evil. You got to be careful and not just say like, oh, it's all Netanyahu's fault, because the people that move there and kick people out of their homes, they're all Israelis. It's not just one person that's responsible.
I think you're conflating.
You're in the army, so are you not afraid that you might lose your life for Israel and not to defend our country?
No, I signed up when Iran starts threatening American people. I'm ready to defend.
They didn't. They didn't pose a threat.
They have.
When?
Multiple times. Whether we started out fighting for Israel or not, now they've threatened Americans.
When did they threaten Americans? We started the war. We bombed them first with Epic
Have you not
Fury.
been reading the news, bro?
Yeah, we started the war, Epic Fury. They said that they were building nukes for 47 years, but they did not bomb our soil. They didn't threaten us directly.
They don't need nukes over there, bro.
You know, Israel has nukes. They say that's our greatest ally. Why could Israel have nukes, but Iran can't?
Let me ask you this. You believe in God?
Yeah.
I will say this. I will fight for Americans, and I will fight for Israel.
Do you want to fight for Israel?
That's God's chosen people.
Because
Yes,
God chose
100%.
the people. Okay. You want to die for Israel because of God chose the people. So you're Christians. You know what they think about Jesus?
They don't think he was the son of God.
They don't think so. They also, in the Talmud, it says that Jesus is burning in feces and excrement in hell.
Jesus is not in hell, bro.
That's what the Jews believe. You believe in God. How are you going to respond on Judgment Day to explain that you died for a cause that was incorrect? If you do, God forbid.
I believe in God. I believe in protecting my country, people I love.
You believe in God.
And protecting
That's
my
great.
life.
But you shouldn't believe in our politicians. You should trust in God.
I said, bro, I'm not a politician.
Our politicians are not the authority. You can't trust these people.
I don't know. I don't watch the news. I grew up Amish. I don't even like electronics.
So
I don't care about the news.
Man, you seem like a good guy, bro. Don't give your life away for the billionaire class that hasn't released the Epstein files that are profiting off this war. Trump is a draft dodger. He didn't even fight. He didn't even serve.
I never met Trump. I don't know about him. He's president, so I got to respect him a little bit, whether he does bad stuff or not. But the Bible says to pray for your leaders. So if you think Trump's a bad guy, maybe you should pray for him.
Pray for him, but don't die for him.
I'm just doing what's on my contract, man.
Best of luck to you,
And
man.
serving God. I appreciate it, man. God bless you, bro.
God bless you.
Excuse me? Are you a magician?
No.
Spring is in bloom.
Why do you want to fight in the IDF?
Because IDF defends everybody, Muslims, Jewish, and Christians.
They do? Or don't you spit on Christians and Muslims?
Of course not. My neighbor here is a Muslim.
Okay, but it is a tradition to spit on Christians in Israel, right?
That's completely BS. I don't know who told you that.
We saw American Christians, they spoke to Netanyahu, your prime minister, and they said,
a small child spit on one of the pastors.
Okay, well, listen. A Jew can spit on a Christian, okay? I think it's horrible. I think it's lack of respect.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay? But that doesn't mean every Jew is going to spit on a Christian. Like a Christian can spit on a Muslim.
I didn't say that. I was talking about the tradition that happens there. Why do you want to fight in the IDF?
Because IDF defends everybody.
The only way to really reclaim the Strait of Hormuz is with the ground invasion.
Yeah, so experts are saying that Trump may deploy 500,000 troops, which is the bare minimum. Well, what I'm saying is that militarily, you would need at least 2 million. Because remember, it's not just combat troops, it's also support as well. And so the Americans are good at air wars, a quick in and out. They're bad at fighting a long-term ground.
Salute sa ating mga kabrabro dyan. I appreciate you guys for stopping by the stream. What's up, guys? Hope everybody is doing well. I mean, come on, guys. Quick song muna tayo. At babalikan natin yung video natin pinakikinggan. Ganun pa man. Dito tayo kay CLR, guys. At pakinggan po natin ang kantang Asa by CLR. What's up sa mga kabrabo din? Magandang umaga niya. What's up Kuya Mark? Kumusta ka? How are you doing today, bro? Nakikinig lang tayo ng mga sinasabi nila dito. At, pakinggan natin ang speech na...
baby. Kumusta? Ano na? Do it.
Pakinggan natin ang speech dito sa nare-reaction na ni Nico about a war that it's happening. Salute sa ating mga kabrabo dyan. Kumusta kayo dyan, guys? How are you guys?
Do it. Sa papasalamat sa itaas, ako'y muling ginising. Tiyak makakamit ko na rin lahat ng aking mga mitiin. O himaya, lagi nyo akong akitin. Pinsay ng lalamig na to, ang tanong ay sisibat ba ko? Oo, pero di ang aking mga awitin. At ayaw kitang mabitin, makati yun kung iisipin. Parang kinulang ka sa siping, kaya umasa kang may parating. Huwag kang mainipin, aking bulsa'y palalawigin. Kahit medyo trippy, nagsisiksikan lang kami dati sa jeepney. Mabagal man ay nakatadhana pa rin akong makarating sa aking destiny. Ang katuwang ang aking bestie,
just my baby.
Ang pinipinta ay nagkakatotoo, totoo. Maaaring libre mo tong masisilip kung ikaw ay totoo, totoo. Paninindigan, sarili hihigitan, trofeyo'y titigitan. Buhay ko ay para bang naging isang panitikan. Nalalantang diwa ay diniligan, lokal ng basil at ng pempo, hulis ang magiging kahulugan. Hinamak ni nais nila kung mag-iba, sabi ko asa. Daming nangarap na ako ay mag-iba, ang sabi ko ay parehasa. Yeah. Hinamak ni nais nila kung mag-iba, ang sabi ko ay parehasa. Daming nangarap na ako ay mag-iba, ang sabi ko sa kanila ay parehasa.
Titik na pinipinta ay nagkakatotoo,
totoo. Maaaring libre mo tong masisilip kung ikaw ay totoo, totoo. Titik na pinipinta ay nagkakatotoo, totoo.
Ayun o, salud sa ating mga kabrabo dyan. Magandang umagahan, hapunan, tanghalian, kung saan man kayong sulok ng mundo dyan. Ito na po guys. Pakinggan natin at reaksyonan po natin guys ang sinasabi dito guys. Kumusta kayo dyan?
My fellow Americans, good evening. Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis 2. It was quite something.
YouTube, come to Kick right now.
It will be traveling.
Congratulations pa sa kanilang hindi ko nga alam guys, April yun nung nangyari. April Fool yata yun guys. April 1st yun ang nangyari guys. One day launch is
Further than any manned rocket has ever flown, and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way, and God bless them. These are brave people.
Wow.
We want to God bless those 4 unbelievable astronauts. As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury.
Oh my God.
Targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins.
Stop the cap.
Their leaders, most of them, terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak.
Islamic for
Their
Iran,
ability
but not
to
Jewish
launch
for Israel.
missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons factories and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before.
So the war should be
Before
over.
discussing this current situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world.
And all the oil went to Israel.
After rebuilding our military during my first term, We have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world. And now we're
Not for
working
long,
along with Venezuela.
unfortunately.
Are in a true sense joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts.
Magandang umagahan, magandang hapunan sa ating mga kabrober dyan. How are you guys? We are just, pinapanood natin tong speech ng aming presidente dito sa Amerika. No matter what happened, guys, yun nga pagkakasabi, we have to support our president kung nagkamali man, kung tama man ang ginawa niya. Nandito po tayo, ibinigay po sa atin ng pinakamasarap na buhay dito sa lugar natin. Kaya suportahan natin siya, guys. Salud sa ating mga kabro-bro dyan.
Amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on earth after the United States of America. We're now totally independent of the Middle East.
No, we're not.
We are
Israel
there to
owns
help.
us. Israel
We don't
owns
have to
us.
be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything.
We don't.
Pero talagang si Sneeko, guys, na hindi niya matanggap, guys, na pakiramdam niya talaga, guys, na ang Israel pag-aari na talaga ang buong Amerika.
Have to be there. We don't have to be there.
Tonight, I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security of the free world. From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
They don't have one.
This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years.
Half W.
Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole.
What about USS
and
Liberty?
They carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel, something that most people never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000 dead. For these terrorists,
Wasn't it 30,000?
Would be an intolerable.
45
threat.
now?
The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen, and neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office.
Obama had the nuclear
I did
deal.
many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first. And perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani.
Wow. If you really think about it, guys, golly, that's like a massive, massive accomplishment, bro. And they doing so much thing at once, guys. Hindi natin maintindihan kung, wow. Magkano pa man sa ating mga kabrobo dyan, magandang umagahan, magandang hapunan dyan, kung saan man kayo sulok ng mundo. Hopefully, everybody is doing great.
In my first term, he was an evil genius, brilliant person, a horrible human being, however, the father of
you're a
the
great guy.
roadside bomb.
You don't even think you're going
And
to
he
heaven.
lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. He lived, we would have had probably a different conversation tonight.
So when he says,
But you
"I
know
killed
what?
him,"
We'd still be winning and winning big.
Imagine the guy who
And
pulled the
then very
trigger hearing
importantly,
this.
I terminated.
I guess he was trying to say is the administration did an amazing job.
Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal a
Well done.
disaster.
Yeah.
Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash, green cash, took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland, all the cash they had.
Cash.
Flew it by
Cash.
airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran, and they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. Would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion.
Thank God.
A lot of great experts.
We were so close.
Had I not terminated that terrible deal, and I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning. Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran.
Pero nga guys, when the B-2 bomber did they attack, guys, talagang very successful nga, no, guys, no? Ang pagkakasabi nga nila they have been obliterated. I can't even pronounce that word.
Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Hammer.
Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons. They were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth.
Are you kidding me?
Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible,
So
and
then
they did.
if it was obvious,
With the longest range possible.
why didn't you know the GCC
They
attacks
had
would
some
happen?
weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that out. We took them out. We took them all out so that no one would really dare stop them. And their race for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before.
Like Israel's
They
nukes?
were right at the doorstep. For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. But in the end, those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury,
Epic failure.
our objectives are very simple and clear.
No, they're not.
We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power.
Pero guys, our Air Force are doing an amazing job, guys. Kung iisipin lang natin, wala bro, walang makakagawa ng ganong klaseng movement except yung ano natin guys, ang Air Force natin.
Or outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed.
So then how come you can't get the Strait of Hormuz
Hurting
open?
their Air
for you?
Force and their missile program at levels never seen before.
Why'd you lift sanctions
and
on Iran?
annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Their missiles are just about used up or beaten.
Cap.
Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb.
Like Israel's.
Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this
Nothing,
fight
anything like it.
to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran.
13.
Twice this past month, I have traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives.
You were dancing
husbands.
with a sword.
We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission
By
for
golfing?
which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, please, sir, please finish the job. Every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape.
Ano sa ating mga kabarber dyan? Quick ano muna tayo, music break muna tayo guys.
Ako sa inyo mga pokrito kayo at kayo'y nagsasiyang lang ng laway sa likod ko habang sabi ng likod ng tabit ko takina nyo papakit na secure na pera ko napakay kung malinis marumi mga to pagtapos balik sa get ready set let's go di kailangan ng ingay pagka ay totoo yeah sa aking mga trip sila bitin pero ba naghahanap pa rin parang bike din papakalmahin huwag niyong naaaning patamaan na magaling walang pa kayo sa fame focus lang sa game pero yung mga hinahatid yung mga para sa akin mga wala ka na dating focus sa ganay pero ito ang gusto ko kahit tato mo alam sa mga palaw ko kasya na kapag nagkataon ay nasa pulsa ko walang level up bakit lang asal tulad nyo pag nakita mo sa alam mo kami lang kahit di nakapost pinipitikan pag hinanti nyo to di ako magaan naman
Magandang mag-ahanap ko na kasamakin na sunog ng mundo. What's up guys? How are you guys doing today?
kahit mag-isa lang sa entablado palisto mga puso sa likod ko tumutukod pa na ko mga lamatibig at makita ko kasad ako tayo rumondo naman dun sa himpapabway amin na nag-quit bawal dito ang hindi marunong mag-commit sabik tumikit sa aking stick yung mga snitch get the fuck on my dick sa Chevy Wine lagi nakazoom tapos siya ng paborito ko na red na all out trapping pa sa lingko'y taligan aso ko at inaamang na parang usok na sa patikan sa puti o sa itim haling ka dyan sa ikot ng buhay tayo ginagyan Ego check mo na kung di mo yan alam
You know? Okay po yan guys. Yan. Okay to po yan. Kamusta po kayo dyan guys? What's up? So guys tingnan po natin to guys Pakinggan po natin to guys
There comes a moment in the journey of awakening when man must cease looking upon appearances as causes and begin to know them as shadows cast by the light of his own consciousness. This is the great turning, the inner crossing of Jordan, where one no longer mistakes the world for the power, but recognizes it as the echo. For consciousness alone is the reality, the eternal substance from which all things are formed, and what you behold as circumstance is but the delayed reflection of what you have consented to be within yourself. Therefore, if the world seems slow, if the evidence of the senses still whispers of absence, delay, or contradiction, do not be troubled. The movement is already underway, not because outer things are rearranging themselves by force, but because the moment you assumed a new state, the whole vast mechanism of life was compelled to mirror it. This is why I tell you, with all the stillness of certainty, God is moving everything in your favor, but God is not outside of you. God is your own wonderful human imagination, the very awareness by which you now hear these words, the silent knower within, the one who can feel, assume, and accept a thing as true. This is the operant power. The movement in your favor began not...
You know, guys, wala sa labas guys. Nasa loob niya the whole entire time. If you can put it into your mind, or if you could imagine it, trust me, bro, it will manifest into existence. Keep planting the amazing seeds in your mind.
Not when the world changed, but when you ceased identifying with the old man and entered the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The outer world, being only a mirror, has no choice but to conform. Yet many stand at the threshold and wonder why the promise delays. They say they have imagined, they have believed, they have entered the scene, and still the old facts remain. But the secret is this: you cannot carry the old man into the new kingdom. No one enters the promised land while clinging to the grave clothes of yesterday. The state you formerly occupied must be released, not fought, not repaired, not argued against, but abandoned. For states are like garments worn by consciousness, and what you call your life is only the visible shape of the garment you have accepted as self. If you would know abundance, you must no longer secretly remember yourself as one who lacks. If you would know love, you must no longer rehearse the memory of abandonment. If you would know peace, you must cease returning in feeling to the chamber of fear.
But teka, you see that, guys? Yan ang sinasabi ko sa lahat sa ating mga kabravo dyan, ha. We appreciate you guys for stopping by sa stream natin. Kuya Mark, salamat sa isa nag-stop by dyan. You know what I mean? And tapusin na natin itong video ni, guys.
Perform. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that.
The economy's in the
We
shitter.
built the strongest economy in history. We're going through it right now, the strongest in history. In 1 year,
And you ruined it
we've
with this
taken
war.
a dead and crippled country. I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after
How?
the last
Biden?
administration
Biden?
made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation.
As hot as Ivanka Trump?
Record-setting investments coming into the United States, over
Hotter than your daughter?
$18 trillion, and the highest stock market ever, with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it. Remember, because of our Drill Baby Drill program, America has plenty of gas. We have so much gas. Under my leadership, we are #1 producer of oil and gas on the planet, without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela.
So why are you begging the
Because
Strait of
of the
Hormuz to be
Trump
open?
administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined.
You guys, we produce so much and yet, oh my God, hindi natin, pero sabi nga nila, pretty soon we will recover from this and we'll see. Pero pakiramdam nga namin, guys, all the way from 2001 and 15 is like the best. Pagkatapos nun, guys, pakiramdam namin is everything is downhill from here on out. Kung sino man na we are all the casualties of all of the bad job of the politician, whatever you wanted to call them, that's serving the people.
Begging NATO to get the
Think of
Strait
that,
open.
Saudi Arabia and Russia combined, and that number will soon be substantially higher than that. There's no country like us anywhere in the world. and
Totally vindicated on
we're in
Venezuela,
great
by
shape
the
for
way.
the future. The United
Totally
States
vindicated on Venezuela.
imports almost no
So wait, what's the catch? That's what most people ask when they hear about Smud's brand.
oil through the Hormuz Strait, and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily. We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on. So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. #1, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much. And number two, build up some delayed courage.
Yeah, that's gonna
Should
work.
have done it before, should have done it with us as we asked. Go to the strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard
Essentially.
part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up
Conflict.
Lagi na nagagamit yung word na yun, especially during the pandemic, guys. Essentially decimated. But, ganun pa man, guys. Salamat sa mga nag-stop by sa stream natin dyan. Salute sa inyo mga kabro dyan. Dami na may 1 hour is about to be, alam mo naman tayo, guys. Pag nag-apo tayo, isang oras lang.
Naturally, it'll just open up naturally. They
What?
want to be able to sell oil because
What?
that's all they have to try
Naturally?
and rebuild. It will resume the flowing and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They
What?
haven't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days. We've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible. They are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from the great big beautiful bill. Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will
Oil
soon
prices
be
are so
roaring
high.
back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago.
The Dow.
I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that
Epic
we will
failure.
continue until our objectives are fully achieved.
Which are
Thanks
what?
to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly.
Very short.
We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
Nice.
In the meantime, discussions are ongoing.
Free Iran,
Regime
right?
Change with
Oh, shit. Wow. Lalo na nga guys, no, pagkakasabi nga, talaga naman raw yung mga, kaya tumaas nga raw, may mga tangke na inaatake, inaatake yung mga barko na mga oil na inaatake. Kaya hindi raw, pag talagang nagkaroon raw sila ng ganong klaseng technological capability, talaga ng mga, baka raw hindi mapagkatiwalaan. Ito pa nga lang yung smaller scale, tinitira na tayo guys.
Free
not our
Iran.
goal. We
Bring it
never
to the
said
Stone
regime
Ages.
change, but regime change
Yeah, you
has
did.
occurred because of all of their original leaders.
He doesn't know what
death.
regime change means.
They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable. Yet, if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and
No matter what happens, guys. Amerika talaga is the land of opportunity. Kahit naman anong mangyari, guys, protektahan natin to at suportahan natin ang ating presidente, guys.
probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or
Are they still dancing?
rebuilding.
Kason, you still celebrating?
Kung ang, nag-accept pa ulit sila ng volunteer, guys. Talagang kami magbavolunteer papunta dyan para maprotektahan itong bansa namin na ibinigay talaga sa amin ang ang sarap sa buhay, guys. Salamat, guys. At she would rather die, baby.
She said I love you to death.
Kahit na.
She said I'll be losing my breath without you. She might rather die, babe. She might rather die. She said I love you to death. She might rather die, babe. Sabi niya, baby, saan ka ba nang galing?
Ano?
Ba't ngayon lang
Masarap ng
tumatiin? Sige
buhay.
naman ang aking
Ibigay na lang at hindi na naman makulay.
Huwag mo sasagariin. Hirap mo nang hingian na lambihin. Ulo mo'y lagi na mainitiin. Ngunit ganun noon pa man, ikaw ay mahal ko pa rin, baby. You know I've been grinding daily, rolling on bread to steady. Kaya mga flow ko heavy, laman na laging ready, laman ng packet ay plenty. Malalago pero senti, you my love, you my dove, you my bestie. You feel me? She my ride or die, babe. She said I love you to death, buhay ko'y nasa iyong kamay. Hindi ako magigingay, baby hanggang mamatay. Isa lang ako magdaray, sa'kin mo lang yan ibigay. Nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Sa'kin natin ang mundong ito. She said I'll be losing my breath without you. She my ride or die, babe. She my ride or die. She said I love you to death. She my ride or die, babe.
Ano ba namang nangyari? Ibigay naman, ibibigay ko na palagi sa'yo. You know, what's up sa ating mga kabrobo dyan?
I told you that the wealth you desire could materialize in 4 days, or even less, not through labor, not through luck, but through a law as certain as gravity. You see, the world has sold you a lie that money is earned by the sweat of your brow. But I say to you, it is felt into existence. Think of the most profound moments of your life: the birth of a child, the thrill of love, the peace of a sunset. None of these were worked for. They arrived because you allowed yourself to feel them. Wealth is no different. It is not a transaction. It is a transmutation of energy. And you are the alchemist. Why is it that so many who claim to seek abundance remain trapped in lack? Because they wait for it, they hope for it, they work for it. But the universe does not respond to effort. Friend, what if I told you that the wealth you desire could materialize in 4 days, or even less, not through labor, not through luck, but through a law as certain as gravity? You see, the world has sold you a lie that money is earned by the sweat of your brow. But I say to you, it is felt into existence. Think of the most profound moments of your life: the birth of a child, the thrill of love, the peace of a sunset. None of these were worked for. They arrived because you allowed yourself to feel them. Wealth is no different. It is not a transaction. It is a transmutation of energy. And you are the alchemist. Why is it that so many who claim to seek abundance remain trapped in lack? Because they wait for it, they hope for it, they work for it. But the universe does not respond to effort. Friend, what if I told you that the wealth you desire could materialize in 4 days?
You know, maraming salamat sa ating mga kabrobo dyan, ha. We appreciate you so much for stopping by the stream. Kumusta po kayo dyan? Our 1 hour is up.
Baby.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo dyan.
Check it out. Mga tunay lang ang laging katabi. 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 24 anyos, tol, akala ko katapusan ko na. Mismo ako, di makapaniwalang naabutan ko na.
Maraming salamat sa mga nagtabay dyan sa streaming body. Alam nyo naman, we're just enjoying our time guys down there.
Huwag kang mag-aalala, mga patutsada nila parang barya sa bulsa, maingay ngunit walang kwenta, parang yung asal nila. Mga asong may mga rabi sa iisasako ko na gawing alayo. Patugo sa imperyo ko pangontra sa anumang sukunahing malatuhay pa ako. Pinangako, kada tire sigurado, mga obra ko'y sagrado. Yung sa'yo'y disbalinghado, ang boses ko'y mangingibabaw, di kayang higitan. Parang si Unique at si Blanco, ngunit pinag-isa lang. Ganto na ako dati pa sa entablado. Harit na huwag mong iharang, chick mo sa akin, tsak na mamati ka ng aking mga kawal. Kaya wag nang maghamon, mga naging kain sa eksena. Lahat yan sa'kin ay lamon, real talk. And it's the hottest from the ghetto, hambugero, parang dito, taga Pasil, ninong to parang dinero. Musika ako nagsasabi sa akin may pag-asa na
Maraming salamat sa mga nag-stop by dyan sa stream natin. Appreciate you guys so much.
Tuloy mga plano, grina mo kinilosin ako. Kuwang mga goodies kan sa maging tropa, kuwang mga bangko. Kanto sa kanto lang ang palitan pag nakatawid ka pare, bravo. Kanto lang ang pagitan pag nakatawid na, bravo. Made it. Tell him, babe.
You know? Mga tunay lang ang laging katabi.
Mga tunay lang ang laging katabi.
Mga tunay lang ang laging katabi. You know, let's go. Salamat sa ating mga kabro-bro dyan. Ito na po ang last song natin for the day. Maraming salamat sa mga nanood sa stream natin dyan. Wala naman tayong ginawa. Nakinig lang naman tayo ng music at saka ang mga sinasabi ng ating mga presidente. And of course, what's happened to Neville Goddard. Salamat sa ating mga kabro-bro dyan.
Halika sa linya, nadarama mo ngayon, di mo dapat ikinukubliya. Buo parati ang isusukli niya. Liliit ang pagsubok kahit gaano man ito kalakiya. Wala sigurong imposible, basta lagi tayong magkasama. Hindi rin ako magsisisi, dati kong mali nagiging tama. Lakas na tama ko sa'yo, yan ang totoo. Di rin ako magsasawa. Ikaw ang nagbuo sa katulad kong napaglaruan ng tadhana. Handa akong hamakin ka, labanin ang
Maraming salamat po sa ating mga kabro-bro dyan.
tayo hindi magkasundo. Kahit
Papilitin ay walang pipili. Ikaw lang.
Ikaw lang.
Maanin na galaman mo na ang ngiti mo. Mapapawi ang lumbay. Ang tinalak natin ay di biro. Masasabi ko ay salamat dahil ang tiwala mo'y sa'kin mo lang binigay.
Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-sabay dyan. Appreciate you guys so much. Hawak mo ang aking kamay. Huwag kang iiwalay.
Hawakan mo ang aking kamay. Langit ang tatalo ng mga mata pag andyan ka na. Anghel ka sa lupa, babe. Alam mo ba, ingana sa demonyo ka na punta. Di lumisan ni minsan ako man din nagtataka. Salamat sa pagkat andito ka. Wala ka pa. At kung magkataon man ay baka araw o gabi, di mapapalit pag di nakatabi. Masakan kaya hindi ka sasawi. Di man nagpulang ngunit pagbabawi. Kung makita kang nagdadalang hatisan, data mo ko upang magwagi ka. At ikaw ang aking kalasang sinta. Maanin mo na ang ngiti mo. Mapapawi ang lumbay. Ang tinalak natin ay di biro. Masasabi
Salamat sa ating mga kabro-bro dyan.
tiwala ay sa'kin mo lang binigay. Kaya masaya tayong naglalakbay. Hawakan mo ang aking kamay. Huwag kang hihiwalay. Hawakan mo ang aking kamay.
Maraming salamat sa ating mga kabro-bro dyan na nag-istabay. Kuya Mark, at saka sa mga, silent viewers. Salamat sa inyo dyan, mga kabro-bro.
Maanin na ginawa mo ang ngiti mo. Mapapawi ang lumbay. Ang tinalak natin ay di biro. Masasabi ko ay salamat dahil ang tiwala mo'y sa'kin mo lang binigay. Kaya masaya tayong naglalakbay. Hawakan mo ang aking kamay.
Kaya po ang aming 1 hour guys. Maraming salamat dyan sa inyo. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan pasalamatan si Batala. Lagi na nandiyan nasa taas. Salamat sa inyo dyan mga kabro-bro. And our 1 hour is out guys. Ikaw lang.
Talikuran nila tayo ang hindi magkasundo. Kahit pa pilitin ay wala kong pipiliin. Ikaw lang. Ikaw lang.
Yun, maraming salamat po.